It is happening already. Thank you. Om. Namaste, welcome everyone to Satsang today here in Rishikesh. And of course, we must not forget the many friends who are joining us for Satsang today from various parts of the world. We're very happy for this because I know that you have been with us from the very beginning, many of you, and continue to share Satsang in real time with us here in Rishikesh. So, a very big welcome, greeting for you, and yes, thank you so much.
Namaskar, Mooji.
Namaskar.
First, I'd like to say thank you.
Thank you.
I was here last time in Rishikesh, and you showed me freedom, and you also showed me how to have freedom for myself. So my question is, if you were to describe your teaching in one word, what would that word be?
Truth. Truth will have to be the word. I don't know if the truth can be taught, but it can be pointed to. My speaking in any way is not complete in my speaking, but in your hearing and in your receiving of it. If it resonates with you, and find a place from where it comes in me, if it finds that place in you, then it has done its work. Bhagavad Gita, for many people, is just a book. Bible is just a book. The Holy Quran is just a book. if you read it and you become so deeply immersed in it, then it becomes scripture. If it is only something like this, it contains pointers to the truth, which is your own natural being, and you read it, it's just a book. But if you read it with your heart and mind, and it speaks, and it opens up within you deep, profound, experiential understanding, it becomes scripture. If I speak something to you, and you have no regard for it, say, yeah, you go, then is what does Mooji say? Oh, chat. But for someone who maybe hear it and feel, whoa, that has dropped inside me, and I'm now seeing from a new place, then it becomes truth for you. Just like one hand cannot clap, it must meet other hand. So words spoken by themselves is not enough. Words received in the heart, they combust and detonate inside the heart, then they become living spirit in you. So it is not enough for me to say, you ask question. If I could condense my teaching or whatever you say, pointing into one statement, not even one statement, one word, what it would be, I say truth. But by itself, what it means, nothing at all for you. Until you somehow can embrace it, digest and assimilate what it is pointing to, so that it becomes your own experience, and so you can stand in the authority of your own seeing, then you can say, yeah, that is the truth. It is good like that?
Yes, Mooji, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I am hoping that I get some help to find someone for whom it's burning in them to eliminate what is untrue and to find the true. If you are such a one, you may keep your hand up. You. Speak with me.
I don't think I actually have a question.
Do you have something to say?
Surprisingly not. I thought that this would be a much bigger event for me. But since I heard you a long time ago, and it's incredible. I was expecting more. I was expecting some kind of tussle maybe where something was exposed in me that wasn't true. And I would come away feeling, but actually now that I'm here, there's just nothing.
Okay.
Man. This is amazing, first of all. You know, I don't know. And I know that even if I wasn't standing here by the end of the satsang, I would have changed again to something I can't even imagine. But today, I felt so much judgment coming up in me for every little thing. From the moment I woke up till now, and it's gone stronger since I've come into this room.
Yes. Yes. This is not uncommon. And it is especially not uncommon in an environment like this. And why would it not be uncommon to be experiencing judgments and fears and all of this in an environment like this? Because many people would anticipate you come here to find peace and joy and a silence. And yet, for some, it's a tsunami of mental noise. And why? And why do I say it is not uncommon? I'll explain, because here I feel if there's that earnestness in you, if there's that urge in you, to really be undressed of what is false and to come back to your harmonious, natural, original nature, then you're going to meet some forces that have been functioning or operating within your system that is directly opposed to freedom. Who put them there? Well, you know, it may surprise you if I say, God put them there. Also, what is there is, in the play of duality, is also an opposite urge, an urge to move into higher states of consciousness, to become more open and light and joyful, free from judgment, free from fear, to become wise, compassionate. These forces are potential in us. And yet there is another space out of which they both come, which is not a function of duality, it simply is. It is the place of perfect awareness, self, one's Shiva being, or Christ consciousness, you may call whatever. But it's the place of total completeness beyond even the concept of completeness. Few find it as it really is, in spite of the fact that we are choicelessly that already. This is the paradox of this existence. So I call the dynamic expression of consciousness in duality, in the world of relativity, the dance of existence, I sometimes refer to it as the theater of consciousness, the Leela of God, in which we have the sense of being alive, intelligent, existing inside this body, and having a sense of autonomy, meaning that we decide what we want to do and go where we want to go. And yet, in spite of having this sense of choice or autonomy or independence, we appear to make poor choices. We seem to bring much misery upon ourselves very often. Because it seems as though we lack wise discernment in knowing what is truly good and what is not in service to the truth of our being, you see, like that. So as soon as there arises inside the human expression of consciousness an urge to go more deeply, to discover something more true, it is as though the battle begins inside. Like seems contrary forces are operating. The carnal energy or aspect of our self opposes the chance of being liberated from the limited idea of personhood into the universality of consciousness. So you come to a place like this, if you are being directed to more practice and to enjoy this and so on, you may not feel that resistance so strongly. Because perhaps you're not really ready to be free, really. You want to enjoy spirituality. You want to be able to meditate for 5 hours. And, the ego is allowed to participate in the journey of awakening. It feels happy and pleased. But as soon as there exists a real chance of going beyond the limited field of egoic identity, it's like, whoa. You should not be disappointed about that. Because the very resistance that comes up in satsang is an indication that you're really onto something. Maybe there really is a chance to go beyond this. Because satsang does not create in you that, it didn't give you that. It begins to expose inside energies which are not in service to your truth. And it is important to see them in order to transcend them. So this is what happens very often. And I would just encourage, don't give so much importance to this right now. It's as though your desire to go more deeply has somehow shuffled up the hornet's nest of resistance and so on. But you should not be in despair, because I want to point out to you that the power in you is infinitely greater than the resistance that comes from personhood or from the mind. If you're open to go beyond this, we can press on. So I'm not at all disappointed by someone coming up and saying, so much doubts come up. Where they come from? Right where we live in Portugal, we have one person who was working with us, and one of our team. And he seemed to have a lot of this anger and frustration. And one of his colleagues said to him, "You wake up like this? I mean, you wake up angry? I mean, you don't even wait for something to happen first? I mean, you just kind of get up. Where does it come from?" And yet soon you may come to recognize, as you follow the guidance that truly is not recreating a perfect self, but is actually pulling apart the veils of delusion that seem to hide your intuitive recognition of what is true in you. So as soon as this begins to open up the flower of awakening, these forces begin to recede. They may be hot at first. It's almost that they are auditioning for your attention. Every energy is put to distract you. But as soon as you begin to feel the fullness, the potency of what is really here, then these forces, they begin to lose their power. Their virility is cut. So all this, why would you have come for truth, why would you expect all this stuff coming up? Because it seems like this whole game of existence is a game of transcendence, that you must overcome them. Why not just make it easy in the first place? If we are of God, why do you have to go through all this? Because as you transcend lower states, you feel so uplifted, you feel it's as though you're winning yourself back. And there's a great joy in this. There's a great joy in being delivered from states of delusion. And as you go, as you deepen in your understanding, you begin to look back and say, it is indeed a great game. It's a great play. It's not that the play is designed for failure, but for transcendence. And life, even if you don't know about the things I'm speaking about, actually growth is transcendence. Expansion is transcending, outgrowing limited states, moving into higher ground, into more panoramic seeing. All this, don't be afraid of it, because a great force is with you. Keep choosing what you feel according to your present light, what you feel is right and true. We cannot help making mistakes. Mistakes is a part of the soil for learning and growing. Don't try to be perfect too much. Do the best you can and come more deeply into the recognition of the forces that are in support of your freedom. So these things, in the beginning, all this judgment is coming. I'm saying, yes, the judgment is coming, judgment is going. There is something in you that is aware of those energy play. Now a lot of judgments are coming and so on. If you don't identify with them, but just observe, don't fight with them, just observe until it is clear that the observer is not participating in any of that scenario. If you come to that thing, already you are feeling, you're experiencing your liberation. Okay? So I am not going to push you away and say, oh, he's full of judgment. No, it's going to come. And it's going to go, like everything else.
Thank you.
Your satsang has already started. Thank you. Can I speak with you? You? Yes, please. Man.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I came to ask you about the burning away of the untrue when it comes to when we make mistakes, whether it's in this life or another life. Many beings have come to me and said that I've hurt them, and it's not all in this life, but some of it's in this life. And so I'm coming to ask, how can we respond in a way that acknowledges the pain that has been caused by the energies that you speak of, while also staying in the truth.
Okay. It seems a little unusual. You see, several people, many, I think you say, have approached you and say, you've hurt me. Something you said, something you did, whatever it is, you've caused much hurt to me. You just, what do you do? What was your response?
I'm sorry.
You don't want to find out how you hurt them?
Is that's why I'm asking you.
I would say, if someone say, you really hurt me, man. Say, really, when, what, why? What did I say? There's something I did, something I said? I would want to find out, because sometimes people are hurt by you, by what they say is you, when your intention was nothing like that at all. So I would just like to have a little bit more clarity. What do they mean? In what way can I hurt you? How did I hurt you? You see, some people, they come to satsang, for instance, no? And they seem to be open to truth, so long as you don't upset their ego. For instance, okay? I would not call such a person a genuine seeker of truth. This would be the difference between a disciple or a sadhaka, you may say, and just a curious person about it. Because a disciple values their teacher's criticism. They would look and stop. They won't argue. They will check it. Look at it. They will look and try to discern, sit with it. Not just complain, oh, you said this to me, why didn't you say to her? No. They would look at it because they see a value in that. So some people may say that, and if you have a tendency to quickly feel blamed, you may find that, why so many people keep coming to me to tell me that I did something wrong to them? It's kind of connected. So if someone came and say, you hurt me 5 years ago, what? In what way? Because, you said this to me or whatever. I would like to probe a little bit into it, and then you can meet them on a ground of understanding and say, actually, it was not my intention to do that. Actually, what I meant was this thing, but you heard it in a different way. So I am very happy that we come together so we can clarify that there was no intention to harm you. How do you feel now? You see, you have to give it a little bit of...
And I've questioned it, and what I've been told is intention is different than impact. And also that this is something connected to raising to the new dimension, is asking these energies to leave, and there is something to heal, I feel like, because they keep coming to me. So what you said yesterday that you're not cured yet. I heard you say something like those lines. And so what can we do to heal this? How can we help to ask for the healing for the rape culture that's within our society? Because I know I was a man in another life, and I know that I hurt women, and I need to ask you, how can I speak with them in a way that they feel
You remember
heard?
those incidents?
I don't need to remember cognitively to know it's true in the heart.
Wow. I met someone once in New York who was having satsang, and I met a man who came to me and said, he was just seemed so deeply in a state of sorrow, and I said, can you talk to me? What is happening with you? He said, I've done a lot of wrong, unforgivable wrong. I said, really? Like what? He said, I was a Nazi in my life and I killed a lot of Jewish people. I killed a lot of them. And nothing I could say to him could shift that. He was so locked in it. I was really, I could not see. We spoke, he just would not let it in. It's like, what do you want, punishment? Because you're already punishing yourself plenty, Is this life for punishment? Is it for remorse, unending remorse? I don't feel that. I feel that this is another strange direction the mind has taken, I would not concentrate, even if such a thing was somehow distantly true, I would not put my energy and focus on that. I would rather put the energy on discovering truly who you are. Because when you discover that, these energies, if they were there, they would automatically be cured. If you try to target them, they would just keep pushing out new branches, new leaves, and you cannot get to the end of this thing because you're holding on to the seed of guilt within you. And that seed is not in a hurry to leave because it's a force that wants to grow. And it will, many people are carrying these things in the mind like, something is wrong, but I just don't know what. And they really believe it. And it appears as though sometimes they can be so locked into those states, we can't go further in it. So don't be so determined about, but I know I'm guilty of that when you close the door on your own self. I don't feel this is true to life. I feel you must, whatever you may have done. And you can begin to look to find what really is true, rather than how should I repair something? I can't even know if it was true or not. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can come to your gate and go, boom, boom. Yeah, what you going to say about what you did to me? I said, I don't even know you. Yeah, but it was from the last 3 lives ago. What you going to do about it?
I know who I am.
Please tell me, then.
I am you.
You are me, but I don't feel those things. It's not that I think, if someone is hurt by something you say or do, that you must not address it. If I can, and if it seems true in my heart, I'll be very quick to ask for forgiveness and to say, please, Mother, it was not my intention. Put my head at your feet and say, please forgive me if I've hurt you, but there was no intention in this. Please, let us both release our hearts from this bondage. And I find that if someone is reasonable and they are approached in this way and they go, no, what are you going to do?
So asking for forgiveness is the first step there. And then if they don't accept, then that's the liberation for both of you. Just asking for forgiveness.
These days, the world is full of people who are ready to accuse you of things. And if you have that tendency to absorb blame and guilt, it will make you deeply unhappy. Those people may even thrive in some way on your sorrow because they maybe have a lot of sorrow in themselves. And it may appear as though, you can move on from that with them, but they may not also be open to that.
What about for the planet?
Yes. I used to say when people ask what to do for the planet, I say stop planning it. Just leave it alone, and stop manipulating something. If you are right inside your own heart, if you act from what your conscience or your heart what they'll tell you, if you do what is right inside your own heart, it cannot turn out to be wrong for someone else. Even if they say, no, trust that, because the truth is not partial. That's all you're required to do. To follow the natural intuition as much as you're able to, according to your capacity, and move with that, and trust that a bit.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I see you, man? You? Yes.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste, my love. Thank you.
There are moments where there's a glimpse of truth, or where there's moments of expansion in the way that I'm perceiving reality. And in those moments, my entire perception of reality is shifting, and it seems that everything is happening right now, but everything that has happened in my entire life is happening right now. So as I'm standing here, at the same time I'm getting born, at the same time I'm falling in love for the first time, and at the same time I'm dying, and the universe is perceived.
You can handle all of that?
Well, this is where it comes, because the universe is perceived as not feeling linear, and it comes with a tremendous fear. Like there's a huge fear that is starting to come as I feel that I'm experiencing something that I cannot understand anymore. And while there is this fear, at the same time there's a feeling of gratitude, because I feel, wow, something is opening that is literally showing me that I'm so much more than my body. But this fear is something that is very hard for me to move through. And I would love to have your advice or your insight on how to stay with the bliss that can come beyond this fear. But most of the time I cannot go further than just the fear that is there.
You've developed a very complicated mind.
Yes.
Things can be very much more simple than that. You even start by saying, your perception of reality. But it's not reality that you're perceiving. We use the word, prematurely. Our version of what we think reality is. Who can say what is real? You can say what is true for you at this moment. And as long as there arises within you many concepts, complex concepts, to work your way through that kind of traffic is very, very, almost impossible. Especially if you're holding on to personal identity. I would say the personal identity is the seed and factory for this type of complex thinking. Your being is not constantly thinking about life and trying to understand. Even who can understand life even? This is even an arrogance. There's not one single inherent meaning in anything at all. The meaning inside something exists inside the mind of the one who perceives it. Just like someone might say, this rose, I take this rose, I want to give it to you. I said, no, not yellow, please. So why? What's wrong? No. Bad luck. You put it on the baby's cot, the baby happily sleeping. So what is the truth about it? It's just how you perceive it. Some people will look at it and say, oh, wow, look how beautiful this is, you see. Another one, no. What is the truth of it? The thing is innocent in itself. The perception of it is existing in the mind for now. And if we are carrying a lot of idea and concepts about life, I don't think you're going to be happy. Happiness doesn't come from having a big bunch of sophisticated concepts. In fact, the more empty we are of holding on to these concepts, the more your being shines with peace and silence and beauty. The less work life is, and more an unfolding. And it can change so radically that the same place that you're used to looking at, when you come back to your original seeing, becomes almost heaven on earth for you. It's not the place, it's how much you have grown back into your original nature. It's not how much you know about something. Sometimes it's how little you know and how much you are. So I would not want to tackle, I would not want to go in that direction of many, yes, but this, and when I see this thing, and then that thing, and then all this thing comes, whoa. Call off the date. Be a little empty, make a little space, leave a few pages empty so that God can write a little something in your book. So it's important, I feel, it's not about how much learning you may think you have, because nothing is so fixed actually in the universe that you can make a fact out of it. It's all like a soup of sensations going on and on. Your wisdom comes when you pay attention to that place within you, that space within which all these things are appearing and disappearing. And you come to see that there is that which is constant. It's not coming and going. But because it is stable and ever present, the comings and goings of all things are perceived, and yet you are not swept away by the waves of mental, emotional, psychological, imaginary things. This I would put to be the very beauty of the human spirit.
I'm wondering whether in these moments I'm creating something and I'm imagining it, because at the same time it feels, what I'm feeling feels more real than what is normally happening.
Yes. Yes. As I say before, there's one earth, but there are billions of worlds. A world being a kind of psychological construct, and each one has their own view about what the world is, and even within the same body, our worldview is constantly changing. It's not consistent, not reliable, and yet we present it as though it is a fact. Later, as you discover the truth of yourself, you see that you are involved in a fiction, actually.
So even those states that other people also refer to, they're still part of just the entire mind world. So when this happens, it's again, keep witnessing, keep witnessing, keep witnessing, instead of trying to...
You must first find out what is the purpose of witnessing. What is the purpose of witnessing? Purpose, I would say, is that for many people, they have not really exercised or been pointed to that wonderful ability of just being a detached observer of the things of life and even of the very things that feel intimate. This is one of the most profound exercises or pointers that if you follow, it bears immediate fruit. You feel the change that comes, because for many, it's like a reflex. It's so strong to just get identified with action and thought and so on. And that's where the I, me lives, in that very narrow, claustrophobic world. But as you begin to just keep quiet and don't hold on to any definitions of yourself, because to define what you are too early is to confine yourself. No? And if you can come, and I don't know if you began to listen to the invitation, because it helps you to experience from this place of formlessness, and not to think it, but to actually come to the recognition of the naturalness of your true state. That it is not just some three-dimensional, solid, kind of thing. All things exist in time and are subject to change. What knows that? Is that itself subject to change? You have to find out. If you begin to find these things out, these very satsangs are for this purpose. I don't have a lot of things to tell you, because first, you will not remember them. I only point you to things which are practical and applicable now, and that bears great fruit in you, and will somehow sweep aside this noisiness that we have grown to encourage and to get entangled with so many projections, and feeling that they're leading somewhere. Sri Ramakrishna said something beautiful like this. He said the mind is like a shallow stream with mud very close to the surface. If you wish to drink clean water, scoop lightly. Go too deep and everything becomes mud. And I see this in practical life. He may have said that over 100 years ago, but we are seeing it every day, that we are stirring the mind up into such complexity that we lose our fundamental clarity of perception, So my way, I would put it a very simple way. Maybe not impressive, but it works. Because it brings things back to their fundamental nature, which when you recognize from there, everything becomes clear and light. So this is how I would encourage, Because if I were to engage with you in the way that you brought, I don't think I'll be serving you. I don't feel that it will be going in the right direction. I'll be only supporting a delusion that you need to be free of. So I would encourage you, please sit in the satsang and try to follow my simple pointing, because I don't have a lot of complex things to talk about.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Everything is coming and going. Yesterday, you will have met some beings. You would look at them in the eyes, just like we're having this eye contact now. You may have had a meaningful moment. All this happened, and it's gone. You cannot look back and dip your hand and produce a sample of yesterday today. It's gone. The function of memory vainly clings onto some seed from yesterday, but it's already an interpretation now. All things are like that. They come and go. The quintessence of them maybe leave some seeds in you, and they continue to stay alive in you. But what I'm pointing to is not to try and make monumental moments out of your life, but simply to find and recognize that space within yourself which is unchanging in the face of the changeful. I don't say be afraid of the changeful, but when you meet the changeful from the place of identity as a person which itself is changeful, you cannot rely on what you perceive. It is a field of dreams and imaginings. And maybe we have a collective consciousness that we can trade in the currency of our conditioning, but I am only pointing you to find that within yourself, which is not a part of the traffic of thoughts and memories and projections and dreams and conditioning, but observes them in their momentary here and goneness. But you come to recognize that you're watching from a still place. And this place and yourself, it is as though they become one. They're already one, but because of this feeling that we are the separate journeyer, then it takes a while for us to really come to the recognition that our intuitive sense of existence and that which I'm pointing to, which is constant, are one. When we come even to begin to understand that, your life begins to flourish more beautifully. And it is so powerful that in the space and the duration of time that we have together here, your life can be transformed tremendously. It's like you are winning yourself back, coming home to your natural state. Nothing you gain in this world is eternal. All things born from the elements, all of them are perishable. This body that consciousness needs in order to taste experiencing itself is a time body. The mind also is time-bound. Only within your own being, that within which your very functioning of the senses, the interpreting mind, the feeling self are perceived also as phenomenal. That which perceive them, when that is known unto itself, you're out of the trap. And yet it is not that it's a wicked trap. Why we must go through so much trouble, so much challenges? Why? If I say to you now, because of love, because you have the capacity for love, because love is instinct to you, intelligence is there with you. Before even the birth of the world, the quintessence of your being existed. And you can know that even while in this body. This I would put as the highest discovery in the human kingdom. And it is your chance. For thousands of years, beings have been pondering on this question: who am I? Why am I here? Many of them discover. Many had to be reborn to keep searching for that. But it's now your turn. It's our turn. We are the living wave of the human experience. It's now our turn to look into this ancient opportunity and question, to find out what is the reality of your existence. Who are you? What is all this about? And thankfully, it is possible to discover that. And you know what? It's not even difficult. It only appears to be difficult because of this fascination of the consciousness, the dynamic consciousness, in accepting and believing and being attached to its identity as a person. That is what can seem to be difficult, to give up what the person imagines it owns. It is a tremendous play. I don't know what brought you here. I don't know what brought you here. But I trust that it is the grace of God that brought you here, to begin to look into this question. And if you would allow this simple guidance to come into your heart so that you can begin to clarify and to confirm for yourself, then you will be able to live in the authority of your own discovery rather than in speculation and what you call it, hypothesis, projections, imagination. No, you can discover and be free. I don't feel I'm speaking any poetry to you. Every word that I endeavor to speak with you is a seed to recognize something. And we are still just warming up. It seems still just warming up. I know there are beings here who can grasp this and who have already grasped this understanding, and their life is bearing fruit in it. They are not even attached to the fruit. We all emerge from one common source, the discovering of which blesses every aspect of your expression automatically, saves you the trouble of having to cultivate them. Because all good qualities manifest spontaneously in the state of awakening. No one can do anything for perfection. It cannot be increased. It cannot be decreased. It can only be discovered. If If you're up for that discovery, very good. Welcome to Satsang. No, when I point to you and you turn around to someone else, then you're not ready.
I hope I will put my question in a good way because I feel very strong burning, but my mind is trying to put my question in a way that it's not the true. So I experienced the space when I didn't know you before, but I get very in the panic.
You experience some panic.
Yes.
When you experience the space, also some panic come?
No, I was really enjoying, but then it was the demands from the outside world that I start to be panicking that I am not functioning in this world. So I made my mind that I don't want to go anymore, and I made some prayers that I want to stay here. And I don't know if this space is the space you are talking about, or it was something else. I never asked anybody about this question.
Okay, now we can do.
Okay.
So, to start about the space you're speaking about, has it gone?
Yes, it is.
Okay. It's okay. You're still here. So even the space which you experienced as being expansive and beautiful seems to have gone, okay? But the weakness of its presence and subsequent absence is still here, okay? The one who experienced or witnessed that beautiful state to say it was wonderful, but it is gone, this weakness is still here. Whatever comes and goes, it perceives. Even without being involved in it emotionally, it observes. Things come, feelings come, thoughts come, sensations come, and they go. They don't leave you because you're not good. They just go. That's the nature of things. They come and go. Some things come and they seem to be with you for longer. But let's come back to this thing of peace. When the peace was here, you were happy, no?
Yes.
You're very happy. Okay? So peace was here and happiness was here also. Then it seems that this peace went away and happiness went away also.
Yes.
Yeah? But the weakness of both the peace and the happiness remain. Okay? The one who saw them. Is true?
That's true.
Okay. Since the peace went and the happiness went, other things came also, no?
Yes.
Yes. And they go also, no?
Yes.
Okay. Still, the same weakness, watch those things come and go.
I didn't catch this one.
Okay.
Can you tell one more time?
You are the same one who experienced happiness and space and then say, but they went. After they went, some other sensations come and they hung about and they went also. You saw them that they go, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Has there been ever anything that came and stayed?
Yes.
What?
Me. because I can see that I was there and I can see that it was beautiful, but I can see I am here and it's beautiful as well.
Yes. So, Happiness came, happiness went. Space came, space went. Other things came, other things go. I ask you, is there anything that came and stayed? You said, yourself. Did yourself come?
No, it was there.
Right.
Even when I was in the space, and even when I am here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. This you who is here to say, I am here to watch peace go, space go, other things come and go, but I don't come and go. Is true like this?
Yes.
Does this one who doesn't come and go, does it really want anything?
No.
You must be happy then, no?
Yes, but I am happy, very happy, but sometimes it's just disappearing, and maybe it's just the projection of the life that the life have to be discovered in a way that it's not always the pleasant experience. So So I just realized that even though
when things are pleasant, you like them.
Yes.
They make you feel happy.
Yes.
When they are unpleasant, is that all that is about them? They're just unpleasant. Don't you learn anything from them?
I do a lot.
Yeah.
That's why they are very happy as well, because I can see the life from the different perspective.
Okay. So? When things are happy, you're happy. When things are sad, you reflect. You learn something. You got a problem?
No. Okay. Thank you very much.
Not so quick.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you have resolved what you really want to ask.
In a way, I don't know if I should be trying to discover the space that I was in, if this is the final destination, or just because it was the experience and it was beautiful.
Yes.
So sometimes when you speak, there is no voice, there is just vibration. And this is reminding me that there is no time, there is no vibration.
Yes.
And
does it only remind you, or it places you in the same place?
Slowly, I can feel it is.
Yes. Okay. And whenever the doubts come, is this the true thing? Is this the real peace? I mean, is this the real thing? But maybe this thing come and go. But can the real come and go? Can the real come and go? If the real came, did it come to the unreal? If the real came, did it come to a place that was unreal?
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure now. I'm not sure.
Okay, let me try another way, yeah.
Yes,
I wasn't
please.
sure either about it. I don't know where the real can go. Because wherever it goes, it must be real, no?
Yes.
Let's come back to you. You who witness things come and they go. They come and they go. You are the witness of the things coming and going, even of great things like peace and space and spaciousness, it went. Meaning that you didn't experience them anymore. Why you could not experience them anymore?
Because I'm afraid to experience anymore, maybe because the fear of experiencing something that the others are not experiencing. Maybe I felt that it's maybe not right to experience something what it's not real for the people from outside.
I'm glad I asked you, because what you're saying now, you are afraid, or doubts come, that you may discover something that other people haven't discovered. Just you are the one going to discover that. And so what? You won't fit in anymore if you discover things that other people don't discover?
Yes, I feel, but maybe it's just what my mind tried to put this fear inside of me that I'm quite like not grounded, not being here, present.
Yeah. And this is what you must also, because you are already discerning, no? That your mind is trying to put something to make you stop. Don't go any further. Because if you go further, you discover something that nobody else has discovered, makes you a freak.
Yes.
Yeah. You discover there's nobody to talk to about it. And then, no, I don't want to be isolated out. Even if the thing I'm going to discover is the total truth. What's the good if nobody knows it?
Yes.
And you accepted that deal.
I did. I was very happy that I did accept it, actually.
Sorry?
I was very happy with myself that I did
Accept it.
accept this deal.
You were happy that you accepted what the mind said, like you don't go no further, you just be like everybody else. So you won't stand out?
But now I know you, so it's changing, but before I didn't know you, so I just made this complex in my mind that it's, yes.
Yeah.
Sounds very stupid.
It sounds pretty common.
Yeah.
That sometimes people come and say, I don't want to be different. That's also something come from the mind, you know. You don't want to stand out because. But if you really wish to discover, if you're really pulled by a strong urge to discover, you would not let your mind put you off about these things. Doesn't matter if nobody else has found it. But something is calling you into a deeper opportunity, a deeper seeing, and well, I can only want to encourage you, you know? And kind of now also.
You are doing it already since I know you, that I know it's real in a way that what I'm experiencing, it's okay, then it's true. So I'm very thankful for that.
Yes, it's like you wake up in a room full of people and they're all sleeping. You say, oh, I better go back to sleep. No, time to get up for you. I don't want to be the only one awake, and I'm going to go back and take sleeping tablet.
I think I'm happy now with your answer, and thank
you know, if I had the chance with you, I'd keep pushing you more. You know? Push more. You know, because it's not about. It's yes, it might be rare that someone really takes it on, Many people here are in search of that, or they say they are in search of this. But as the opportunity becomes imminent, like it really is possible, sometimes we find something start to hesitate. It's fine to say, I'm really here, and I'm really up, I really want to come. Okay, maybe not later. No, but I really want to come. Then I'll say, come, all right, come. Open the door, come. Can I call my friend? I say, no, but you want to come, you know? So you have to come. If you're going to let your mind stop you or distract you so easily, then you will sleep on. You don't do the world a favor by keep on pretending you're something you're not.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm just remembering now. Okay, some people send a letter and I must read a little bit, no? Okay, beloved Mooji, there is a humble request to you, my beloved master. I am asking for your blessing on my way to Rishikesh and also during the time in Rishikesh, so that I stay with the truth and inner peace. My mother is old and severely ill. She might need to go to hospital or even might leave her body. I provided her with daily home care and informed the relevant people. I felt deep in my heart it is the right decision to go to India to meet you in Satsang. But I am still attached or afraid to not see her again. In brackets, she appears to need me so much. Thank you so much, with deep gratitude to be with you, always at your feet. Om Namah Shivaya, Dagmar. And she gave a picture there. So again, there's humble request to you. I'm asking for your blessing on my way to Rishikesh and also during the time in Rishikesh, so that I stay with the truth and the inner peace. My mother is old and severely ill. She might need to go to hospital or even might leave her body. I provided her with daily home care and informed the relevant people. I felt deep in my heart it is the right decision to go to India to meet you in Satsang. But I'm still attached or afraid to not see her again. She appears to need me so much. Thank you so much, with deep gratitude to be with you, always at your feet. Om Namah Shivaya. Dagmar. What to do? Dagmar, are you here? Because this is 15th of February. If you're on your way, has she arrived now? But maybe still on journey, maybe still on the journey. Sometimes things like this come, you see. Is it right that mom is old, she's not well, that you have made as best as you can the right provisions for her to take care of her needs in order to come in and have satsang? Is this a selfish thing to do? She may even leave her body, we don't know. Is it a selfish thing to come to satsang? I say, no. It cannot be easy to make a decision like this. But the burning is inside you. I must make use of my time. Sometimes it's these things that make you really focus on making the best use of your time, because you've had to make a sacrifice. You choose what feels right inside your heart, and you live with the consequence of that, or the outcome of this. Will it be ever the wrong decision to choose to search for the truth? So I will not tell you that it is wrong. I would say, now that you are here, yes, let's move deeply in. Let's look. Find maybe you find the thing you came here for. Go back to take care of mommy. I don't know. Dear Mooji, the first time I ever watched you was on YouTube. I live in London, not far from Brixton. I live in Brixton. You helped me to find myself. My life has changed forever. I don't fear the passing of this life. I am now seeing things in a very different way. I hope for one day to visit the retreat. It all happened at home when you helped me find myself. I was empty of life, being a person, fighting against all the bad things in the world, suffocating, and in so much pain, all this going on in my head, but not anymore. I just want to share this with everyone and tell them you are never alone and always loved. Wake up. I'm sending you all wishes of true happiness and love found through your pointing, Mooji. Very big smiles. I watch you all the time on YouTube now, and I've found you. Now I've found you. I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste, Jay. Wonderful, wonderful picture of Jay. From my hometown. I have one more, but this one. Dear Mooji, I always watched your satsangs. I feel peace when I listen to you. I enjoy thoughtless state of mind only when I listen to you. But after that, I return to chaotic state again. When you ask people to drop your thoughts, drop, I can't drop my thoughts. When you ask people to leave thoughts outside and come to satsang, I don't know how to do it. And I could not do it. You say it is effortless to observe the self, drop the thoughts, be in the presence, but honestly, it doesn't happen with me. I have to put effort to being thoughtless, to be in presence. It's very effortless for me to go on thinking, stay in past memories, and be in future imagination. Very effortless. Oh, I'm a pro. Yeah, see? When to do things, not like this. Okay, she didn't say that, I'm saying it. There is nothing effortless for me on this path of grace. I can't let go of attachments effortlessly. I know these things bring suffering. I want freedom. I want to align with consciousness. I want to follow your every word, but I just don't know how to do it. Please guide me. Thank you. Surab. Surab, you say you cannot do it. When you ask people to drop the thoughts, drop. I can't drop my thoughts. I can't drop my thoughts, then what to do? Then leave them then. You can't drop, no. Then just leave them. Just let them, don't engage. Sometimes I say, suppose 50 people are coming to hug you, but I say to you, don't hug anybody. Okay? They come, okay. 50 thoughts are coming to pull you this way, but you don't go with anybody. Okay. When you ask people to leave their thoughts outside and come to satsang, I don't know how to do it. Okay? So bring your thoughts to satsang, come. Bring them, come. You say it is effortless to observe the self. But the self is not a thing I'm asking you to observe. It's not like you say, keep observing this. No. Why I say it is effortless? Because it is here already. You are here already. But the mind wants to tell you the self is something special. You must find a very special thing and you must observe it. I say, no. I'm with you actually. You can leave everything. Just don't bother. Just don't pick up anything particularly, and then you don't have to drop anything. Don't pick up anything, you don't have to drop anything. So the thoughts are there, leave them there. Don't go, leave them there. Okay, leave them there. Some things you just have to leave. Sometimes life just tells you, you have no moves. You run out of moves. What you going to do? Nothing. Okay, do nothing. Do nothing from it. Okay, I'm still with you on this one. Because you say it is effortless to observe the self, drop the thoughts, be in presence, but honestly, it doesn't happen with me. Okay, you don't do any of that. Yeah? Don't drop no thoughts, don't leave them outside, don't carry them around, just be. It's possible? Yeah, but the thoughts are, okay, leave them, but they're not you. So don't even have any desire, no, okay, I want to get rid of them. Okay, don't do anything at all, just be. Thoughts, you, okay. I have to put effort into being thoughtless, to be in presence. I have to put effort. What effort to be present? What effort? You're already here. What effort do you have to be here? The mind says, no, you have to put an effort to be. But you are. Yeah, but to be presence, but you are presence. Yeah, but really to be presence. Okay. So, and it's very effortless for me to go on thinking, to stay in past memories and to be in future imagination. So this is it's coming up with all these things, you know. Habit does it. When you pay attention to something, to your own self, these habits won't be strong. I went to visit some friends who live near the airport. Okay? I went for lunch there. When we were sitting down, they asked, you want some tea? I said, yeah, I have some tea. Then after a while, I hear, no, that's not coffee, by the way. And then I hear, I said, whoa. I said, wow, guys, how you live with that? I said, with what? I said, that, you know? I said, you get used to it. when you don't react to something, you want to change it, then you somehow kind of accept it, stop trouble you. When you want to change it and it won't go away, big trouble. Okay, so I'm asking, okay, for you, I'm showing you another way. Don't try to get rid of anything then. Don't try and get rid of anything. So it is very effortless for me to go on thinking, to stay in past memories, and to be in future imagination. That's a tendency of the mind. It's always oscillating between past and future and today and tomorrow, yesterday, And at the present, you are not knowing the difference between yourself and your mind. The mind is like this. Something is aware of the mind being like this, but it seems not enough. I don't want to just be aware that the mind is doing this. I want the mind to stop doing that. Okay? How is the mind going to stop? Because he loves resistance. The more you try, the more, okay? So I'm saying, okay, let it be there. You are aware of it being there, of it moving like this, okay? And you're also aware of the idea of trying to get rid of it. That's also the mind, okay? But just stay as the awareness. Is it possible? You don't have to go and get some awareness. It's already there. Watch the idea, this tendency of feeling, but I want to stop my mind. Who is speaking like this first? Everyone says, it's me. I want to stop my mind. I'm saying that even the desire to want to stop the mind, is there not an awareness of this desire? For a minute. I'm trying, okay? Is there not even an awareness of this trying to stop the mind? And then sometimes you start to see people getting very frustrated. They say, no, that's not helping. No, I want to stop it. Please, can turn it off. So, but even this behavior, you don't need to identify. Just stay as the awareness. Just stay for a moment with the awareness. And sometimes it clicks. It clicks. Like I was making the example yesterday of driving the car, and then suddenly start to rain, and you're just used to it, and they say put the windscreen wiper on, and start to move, and then you're following the windscreen wiper. They say, no, what you're doing? Focus on the road. He said, but I can't because I'm being distracted by a windscreen wiper. You see? He said, no, but just focus on the road. I can't. Can we just slow down? No, you have to drive. Focus on the road. So these things that come in the mind, can we just stop it, Mooji? Don't you have some anti-thinking pill or something like that? Can we stop? He said, no, just stay as the awareness. Just be the awareness. But I can't, because they keep coming. Can't we slow them down? No, just stay as the awareness, that neutral space. But, okay. Let them go. Yes. Stop taking responsibility for them. Just stay as the awareness itself. There's nothing effortless for me on this path of grace. There's nothing effortless for me on this path of grace. Listen, I've tried everything, nothing works. I can't stop my mind. I'm saying, stop trying to stop your mind. Just be, if you are deeply sleeping, okay? Is your mind troubling you? No, not troubling you. What's the difference? What happened? What's not there why the mind cannot trouble you? Maybe your I feeling is not there. The mind in this function can only intimidate your identity, the way you think you are and who you think you are. It cannot intimidate what you truly are, but you're not yet aware of what you truly are. So I say, what you truly are is itself effortless. But you're using the mind to think, but my mind doesn't agree. I can't let go of attachments effortlessly. So I say to start with just being aware of the feeling of attachment. Like any other feeling. Let it just be like any other feeling. The smell of toast is just a sensation. You don't have to hold on to it. But anything that has something to do with personal identity, something is holding on to it. Are you aware that there's a reflex happening inside, that anything personal, something catch hold of it? Is there not an awareness which is not catching hold of anything? So with this type of thing, we have to keep working a little bit, over and over, and sitting in satsang until gradually you just catch him. Like gradually, the driver who is going like this, eventually just, and it just, what happened? I don't know, but I'm not being distracted anymore. Now can we turn the speed up? Yeah, it's okay. Slow down, no difference. Stop, start, no difference. Because focus has happened. Once you have understood and experienced the non-moving space of awareness, all this noise of I can and I cannot do and all of that, the traffic of thought and sensation doesn't matter anymore. It's that they are finished for you. This is my answer to this letter. Some of you here may know these things. Yeah, it happens to me too. Something else is with you. Grace is with you. It means don't keep listening to the mind and say, you're not going to get it. This is your best friend, by the way. You're not going to get it. You were born in the wrong place. It doesn't happen for people who are Pisces. Your mind will tell you a lot of things, and we are inclined to believe them. Our head is full of lies that we picked up sometime from people that you love. We don't know. So when you can come back to this place, or that place of neutrality within yourself, then these things will not have the influence or the hold they have on you anymore. And then after this, everything I have to share with you becomes like pouring water into water. It becomes very easy to understand. At present, what is happening is that the mind seems to be standing in front going, you're not going, you're not coming through, you're not coming through. And you imagine you're on that side going, please. And you don't see, it's a funny movie. You're a living cartoon of your own projection. You don't see it yet. But that's also part of the dance of the creation. No? So I know these things bring suffering, and I want freedom. I want to align with consciousness. I want to align with consciousness. I will tell you something, that even this desire, I want to align with consciousness, is also appearing in front of something which is not appearing. And the thing which is not appearing is itself the consciousness. Seems funny, huh? The one who is saying, but all I want, I just want a peaceful life, Mooji. I want my life to come back to consciousness. This one, everyone takes this one to be the fact of who they are. And you are going to come to see it is a voice and a self-image that you, the consciousness, has fallen asleep believing that this is you. You are the awareness in which this voice, as intimate as it appears to be, will soon be recognized as just a thought that's been given too much attention. But when? More and more as you sit in satsang, just these simple things, just few pointers, if you catch them, you have broken the spell that keeps this world in a state of delusion. The greatest enemy you can have in the world cannot compete with your ego, with your own projection. I want to follow your every word, but I just don't know how to do it. See, the mind itself has taken the role of the doer. How to do it? How to do it? So if I say, but you are it, I said, nah. So I don't give this teaching to say you are it, because it doesn't work. Nobody wants that teaching. They want to do it. How I do it. And says, you are who is going to do it? Me. Yeah, can you catch hold of the you that you're speaking of? Oh, Mooji, that's too complicated. Thankfully, this is not the only door that works for you. For some people, even what I'm pointing, though it appears for me to be very simple, and one day you're going to laugh yourself at it. It sometimes can seem, but it's just impossible. I can't turn off my mind. But I'm not asking you to turn off your mind. Say, pay attention to yourself. Yeah, but it is myself that's having this problem. No, it is the idea you have of yourself that's having this problem. But how to do it? What to do? Keep come satsang. We talk about it little by little. And you will come to see in a natural way. It's habit. It is the force of habit that keeps us trapped in our own projection, soon to be finished. And even after a great awakening may take place in you, the mind will still come back. Say, you remember me? We used to have a good time. Say, no, I don't remember you having a good time with me. Come on. Okay? In order to keep exercising the power of discernment, which we need to do somehow, until gradually that storm is over for you. This simple recognition can seem to be the most difficult thing to focus on. It would be easier to build a spaceship to go to Venus for some people than to really tackle this question, which appears to be holding the beingness hostage into this identity trap. Thereafter, once you are free, the sense of yourself as a person becomes much more playful. At the moment, it's taken with so much sense of reality, like so much like it's important. And when you wake up is a good term, you come to see that you've been dreaming your life. No blame. It's part of the game somehow. Like that. Thank you. Surapt. I feel to read you something a little bit. From Ashtavakra Gita, spontaneous reading, The Boundless Ocean. I'm going to read just a few words. The awakened sage is saying, I am the boundless ocean. This way and that, the wind, blowing where it will, drives the ship of this world. But I am not shaken. What is he speaking about? I am the unbound deep, in whom the waves of all the worlds naturally rise and fall. But I do not rise and fall. I am the infinite deep, in whom all the worlds appear to rise, beyond all form, forever still. Even so I am. I am not in the world. The world is not in me. I am pure. I am unbound, free from attachment, free from desire, still. Even so I am. Oh, how wonderful. I am awareness itself, no less. The world is like a magic show. But in me, there is nothing to embrace and nothing to turn away from. What the sage is speaking is already so in us. But because of the conditioning and habit and the attention being given to the mind, it's as though this truth is covered up inside us. It's like if you take a diamond, you walk in perfect diamond, priceless, and it falls into the mud. Then it seems to have lost its sparkle. The diamond itself seems lost. But the moment you wash him off in water, you see that it was never contaminated by the mud. It was just hidden. Our self is the same. In satsang, the opportunity is that something is receptive, at least partially, to the possibility of waking up. But there are still forces within ourselves that is in resistance, hesitation, doubt of this. Gradually, by and by, as you remain in the energy field of satsang, this field of resistance is weakening. And you begin to experience again from your natural state. Don't think that you have to understand every word. But the energy of the words and the source from where they come is in conversation with your own heart already. Not everything has to go through here to go through here. So you may find that after satsang, maybe you go somewhere, your friends, they say, oh, so what did Mooji say today? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. We're going to have a couple of days of break. But for those of you who came for satsang, these 2 days are still satsang. Something is going to help this deepening, this natural understanding beyond conceptual or intellectual understanding. Your natural state is not a container of sophisticated or spiritual concepts. Your natural state expresses and flows very spontaneously, intuitively, fresh. A true life must have some quality of unpredictability, because if your life is too predictable, you're suffering from over-control, suppression. As you relax back into your natural state, there's no need to control, because fear will go. There's a time for everything. There's a time for self-control, there's a time for spontaneity, the time. Will you learn? No. You will simply know. So if your mind cannot explain what's happening in satsang, I'm quite pleased. Because it's not about the content of knowledge, but maybe the intuition of knowingness that is fresh, it's alive. It's not some tired old concepts that you have to preserve. I have no techniques about life to impart to you, because you are life. And at the same time, the unfolding of life is perceived in you. So perhaps you're going to be more just experiencing, feeling, intuiting more. But don't push your mind. Thank you. Thank you. Is it possible to sing a song for? Oh, someone is coming already to sing. Maybe I can listen to you after. Okay. Oh. It's always good, always good. It is more important for me that even if you feel that the world that you think you know feel like it's thinning away and you're not sure about things, it's more healthy for you. If you feel some burning inside, and trust it, it's fine. The quality of that inner spaciousness, which is contentless, is a truer indicator that all things are well with you. More than, yes, I really got it, I really see what he's getting at, la 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 la. Just pay attention to that sense of spaciousness, and this emerging silence. Also, the noisy mind is going to come, little waves come and go. But don't get entangled in that web of noise. Let all things flow. But you stay in this silent place. Just staying means just pay attention to that. Acknowledge that. Don't fight. Don't allow doubts about it. And you'll see everything is fine. Very good.
In the name of the Father and of the Son, in the name of the Spirit, the Holy One, in the name of my daughter, I long to see. In the name of the sinner I used to be, I come knocking at your door. I can't take it anymore. I come falling at your feet. Now your grace is upon me. Grace is upon me. Grace is upon me. In the name of my brother, I turn to you. In the name of my sister, I never knew. In the name of my mother, I walk away. In the name of the others, I have been saved. So I come knocking at your door. I can't take it anymore. I come falling at your feet. Now your grace is upon me. Grace is upon me. Grace is upon me. In the name of my Father and of my Son, in the name of the Spirit, the Holy One, in the name of my Savior, my Guruji. in the name of your silence.
Want to sing one more? What you want? What you like? Huh? Okay. Higher you can play. Higher you want to say?
Higher, oh Father, come and take me higher. Higher, oh Father, come and take me higher. Higher, oh Father, come and take me higher. Higher, Father, come and take me higher. Come live inside my home. You are my love alone. I am here in your holy fire. For I know you can take me higher. Higher, oh Father, come and 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 take me higher. Come follow me, you say. You are the only way. I let go of my own desire. For I know you can take me higher. Higher, Father, come and 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 take me higher. Oh Father, come and take me higher. Oh Father, come and take me higher. Moojibaba, take me higher. Moojibaba, take me higher. Holy Father, take me higher. Oh, Father, come and take me higher. Moojibaba, take me higher. Father, come and take me higher. Father, come and take me higher.
Mooji granddaughter from Jerusalem. Is she coming for lunch? Only one didn't move.
Love you, Mooji.
Thank you for your clarity. Don't fall over.
Forever. Forever. Thank you. How sweet. Living today till we meet again very soon. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you.